Hello, everybody, children of all ages, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kyle Krueger, and today I am interviewing a cosplayer named CrimsonxRose, CrimsonxRuby. Do you want to say hi?
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you.
Crimson or Ruby, or what should I call you?
It's hard to pronounce my name.
So Crimson, which characters do you cosplay as?
I cosplayed a bunch of characters. I'm a cosplayer since 25. I'm cosplayer from 4 years per now. I mean, precisely, my first cosplay was Elle from Death Note, and on October 4 years ago.
It's nice.
Later on, I improved a lot, in my opinion, because my first cosplay was with no wig and not so complicated and with the particular details. Later on, I put wig on and improved on makeup and started to wear contacts, because makeup and contacts makes a great part of a cosplay, in my opinion. It's not all about armors or cool dresses.
Nice. So I wanted to ask you. Who's your favorite characters to cosplay as?
So that's the first question you did, but I didn't hear it so well. So my favorite cosplays are Wishney from Ruby and the version of Daya Kurosawa from Love Live, inspired from a fan art where she is portrayed as the Greek god Apollo.
Cool.
They are literally my favorite cosplays, and I really love them.
That's nice. I love cosplay too. I cosplayed as only one character nowadays.
Well, which one was it?
Fred from Big Hero 6.
Ooh, cool.
So, my favorite cosplay from you is Yang from Ruby, because I love Yang.
I plan to cosplay her in her normal outfit later on. Because I did a summer version, but I plan to cosplay in her Volume 5 outfit.
That's cool, man. That's cool. I love Ruby a lot.
Yeah, me too. It's a pity they won't hear it on YouTube, though. No more. Volume 6 will be available on Rusted Steep site only.
I think it's more because YouTube is very complicated now, and...
Yeah, I kind of know that. It's harder to earn from YouTube now. Also, with all the family-friendly stuff. Mostly for that. But it's a pity. Hope to continue to watch the shows the same.
I bet it will. I bet it won't be like that anymore, because, it's getting a lot of backlash now, so the whole family friendly thing, so maybe things will change, but we just don't know yet.
It's kind of complicated. A lot of YouTubers complain about this stuff of the friendly thing that reduce views and income. For some people, internet is a big opportunity to find a work normally you can't have, and censorship and other stuff can really ruin someone's work. It's pretty sad.
Yeah. So, Emily. So, you love Weiss, right?
Yeah, she really. I couldn't still stand her at first, but later on the show I started to love her. She went from rich spoiled child to just a rich girl. She's no more spoiled. She's kind like the others, and never more.
Um, one of the things that I want season 6 to do for Ruby is more character development, because more of, like, what do characters do? What do the main four have to do now? What do they have to do more about what, I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. What do they have to do? Like, what characters arcs do they have to go through? What do they have to see through?
Well, my favorite volume was Volume 3 because it literally changed the show. Before it was all the funny stuff, all the happy things, and later it turns out as a really dark show. And the emotional feedback that leads to you is so powerful that it, moves you a bit or more.
Right.
According to my opinion, the worst volume was 4, but it can be justified because after the impact of volume 3, the series had to slow down a bit and dedicate to the stuff. 5 it's been cool, but I prefer to think that volume 6 will be even cooler. Some people complain about the show falling apart or something like that, but I still have a hope in this show that is still working, so it's not a loss.
Okay. For me, I think for me, I think for sorry, I'm so stuttering. I'm just really nervous I'm just really nervous.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
So one of the development is that I want to see Yang develop more as a character.
I started appreciating her more in Volume 5. I kind of don't find myself finding Yang before because she was all sunny character, all socializing and going around with friends. But later she become more darker. She became darker, and I loved her more. She grown a lot in these films, and then maybe for more the others because she had a big loss. Blake and her arm. She's changed, and I love the fact that she has to face the PTSD disorder. It's pretty interesting to see something like that in a show, in a web show.
For me, like, I think one of the developments I want Yang to go through is she needs to learn she's not alone, and I understand you can make an argument why she feels like that because of what happened with her as a child, and now she found out about her mom, and you get what I mean?
Yeah, of course. But I love Raven. He's a great character, but I want to see them. Their bond can be
fix.
Can be under the spotlight more because it's a complicated mother and daughter bond, so it will be really interesting. The last episode of Volume 5 was really touching.
It's just that. So here's. I want to talk more about what's going on. Like, does Yang when Yang there's this really nice scene in Volume 5 where Yang and Wise just talk and Yang opens up and I realized that Yang admits that she did have a loneliness when she was little and she just has a hard time. She doesn't like when people abandon her because it makes her feel like, she's nothing, and I think that's some good character development for her, but but here's the thing, it does make me realize that so I have a little bit of a theory that about Yang and Ruby's father, he's not a bad person. We've seen it in Volume 4, but maybe you can make an argument that when he apologized to Yang, we don't know what the apology was. Maybe he did apologize for Yang saying, "Oh, I'm sorry." We know what we're guessing, that she apologized to Yang and Ruby saying, "I'm sorry I didn't take care of you guys. I was more busy with my love life because I cared a little bit more about my loneliness rather than you guys." You get what I mean?
Yeah, I got it.
Right, but
if I had to say something on our other character, I loved Blake. I used to love Blake when in Volume 1, 2, and 3, but later on her characters literally disappointed me. I don't like her anymore.
Right. Sorry, I do. But, right, it's just, so, can I continue with the whole Chow thing?
Of course, yeah, sorry if I interrupted you.
Yeah, sorry.
You can continue on the story.
It's just, I think with Yang, when Chow apologized, maybe the apology wasn't as strong enough. Maybe it wasn't as big enough for Yang. Maybe Yang does forgive Chow, but it's more of maybe the apology wasn't as strong enough. You get what I mean? Because Yang still feels lonely.
It's a pretty hard situation. Also, Yang had to carry Ruby on her shoulders because she was little, and because her father constantly worked, or at least is what I remember.
So, I think to me, I think with Blake, it's just that she needs to learn about loyalty, and she's not a bad person, you know that. It's just that
she's not a bad person, but I don't like her character anymore, as how her character got developed. I didn't like it. She started as a mysterious girl, and later on.
Well, we can't make her mysterious all the time.
She developed as maybe the one with the best family around. Wei says her parents are not together anymore, and a nice sister and literally bordering brother, annoying brother, and her pretty intimidating father. While Yang and Ruby has only their father because Yang's mom's away, and Sun Rose is dead. But I don't think it's dead. So I think it's still alive. She's still alive somewhere.
Right. It's just that I feel like with Blake, I think it's more like her loyalty is there. It's just that she's just she's sort of like her weight of her shoulders is she just
I understand straight up.
And so I actually have do you like OC characters?
Yeah, I think Ren is a nice one. Is a nice one, Ren.
Oh,
It's a pity that there's no more Nia around the show. She was also a loved character.
well, see, I have an OC character, and his name, it's just for my stories.
Mm.
Sorry about the whole Ruby thing's taking long.
Don't worry about it.
So my character's name is Derek.
Oh well, Derek.
Yeah, Derek is he's actually the second brother of Weiss. This is just my stories. It's not in canon. Don't worry.
Yeah, I understand that you made like a fanfiction over it,
Or my own.
A story you invented on your own with your original characters.
Right. So Derek, he suffers a lot from, he is a nice kid. It's just he's been through a lot. He had 4 friends that cared about him, but they all died on the same day because of tree thieves, and he's the only survivor. And now and because he was different from his family, he's now the black sheep of his family for pretty stupid reasons. And so you can see he's going through a lot of issues, mostly anger. And now
I feel also abandonment or something like that.
And Winter is the only one who cared about her. She's the only one that took care of Derek. In fact, Derek is living with Winter right now, and there's a story where the first Derek story is basically where Weiss and the rest of the Ruby characters go like they need help from Winter, and Winter and Derek and like Winter says, yeah, you're fine, but Derek has a lot of bad history with Weiss because Weiss chose not to be there for Derek. Because this was during when Weiss wasn't developed yet, so Derek still thinks of Weiss as that spoiled brat who gets everything she wants, and she doesn't care about anybody and blames anything for why her family is not getting along, you know?
Yeah, understood.
And Weiss she loves Derek now, but it's just that she doesn't want to be reminded of her past mistakes. She's not being, she is angry, but she's not being mean. She just doesn't like being reminded. I bet Weiss doesn't like being reminded of being that spoiled brat because it's not her anymore, and plus, she's changed, and plus, it reminds her of her father, you know? That she was cruel and mean, just almost, if not exactly like him, you know?
So now they are closer to each other.
Well, yeah, but it takes
Yeah,
but it takes a while, but so Derek doesn't trust Weiss at first, and Winter tries everything to convince Derek, but he trusts Derek to make the decision on his own, because that's Winter.
It's a long time that we don't see Winter in the show.
Right, but I think we'll see more of her side, but you get what I mean. And now, so the rest of it is about, getting to know Derek and all that stuff. So, I think with Raven, she's more of a character that she's, like, I think Yang puts in perspective, she's not strong mentally. You get what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
She's the type of person that lets a bad experience get to her, and it twisted her psyche, and it makes her feel like, it doesn't make her a stronger person, it makes her weak.
Yeah, of course I can understand that, your brother.
So, like, I was thinking that what we can do, like, what can the show do now? Should Raven just move on from her life and just admit that I'm sorry I cared more about my tribe than my family. It's just, I'm not strong. You know, my daughter was right. I'm not a strong person.
So it was weird to see that she treated Vernal more like a daughter than to her daughter herself. So I hope Riven will tell her young as she's truly sorry about that and maybe be closer to her, even if her tribe dudes will anyway be bigger than their bond.
So
I hope it's not like that.
So I wanted to ask you something. So
of course.
After me telling you about my Ruby OC, should Derek forgive Weiss, or like not quickly, but take time? Like, should he just like move on, because it's very hard for him to move on from stuff.
Of course, I think he would forget Weiss. We know Weiss changed during this story, so why don't make him forget her?
It's just that so Derek also brings up the whole Weiss blaming the Faunus thing for why her family is, because in my eyes, I think the reason why Weiss blamed them was because she doesn't, like, it's not because of a misunderstanding, it's because she loves her family, and she would blame and if her father or her family isn't getting along with something, she will blame something, because I think Weiss was just in denial. She was just in super denial over, having her family be screwed up. So she wouldn't blame them. She would blame herself. She would blame anything for why her family was messed up.
I don't know if you know her song, Power of Isolation.
She just feels like, and I think that when Derek brings that up, he admits that, Derek doesn't blame anybody for why his friends are dead, only the people that killed his friends. But with Weiss, it's like she's blaming a group of people that have a race of people that have nothing to do with her life. Just a stress ball.
Of course, in the one Weiss said that she hated the Faunus because they constantly gave problem to her father. But it wasn't all Faunus. What Weiss was White Fangs, and the evil part of White Fang, of course, and it was a really difficult childhood in her words because of that, and because her family literally were teared apart, like her mother being married by her father just for the family name, and have them no longer together.
Right.
So I guess was a pretty tough situation for her, and eventually for Derek.
But Derek didn't blame anybody. He didn't blame, he sees everybody as an equal. It's just that he just feels like that it's just a rich thing, people will judge everybody, and now Derek, and like, there's a scene where Weiss admits that she's not perfect, which is something she would never do in season 1. And she admits to Derek that, you're right. I am so not perfect. You're right. I don't mean to be a jerk to people, and I'm sorry I do. But sometimes I feel like no matter what I do, people are still going to think of me as that mean person. Especially my own brother. And I'm sorry, but you know what I need to learn? That maybe I need to learn that I need to be nice to people instead of mean to people. I can totally see
That's fix our chart as well.
Right. So, what are your other favorite series?
My other feelings, I will keep watching it. So I like the show, and I'm not like all the people who are constantly disappointment. I think the show has to go its time, because after Volume 3, a lot of things changed in the show, so hope this Volume 6 will be completely cool. I truly hope that.
So what I like about your cosplays is that you're really detailed into them. You really show a lot of hard work and dedication.
I'm glad to hear. I put a lot of efforts in my cosplay, in the makeup, in the poses, and in the photos. I wanted to them to be at least beautiful.
That's really nice. I have a lot of cosplay friends. They're all nice people. In fact, I love cosplayers. Yeah, you'll get that one mean one, but I think a lot of the cosplayers are nice. That's just my opinion.
Well, of course, some cosplayers are nice, others are not, but we are just normal people. There's good people, there's mean people, so there's nothing about being worried or concerned particularly.
I got a few friends that you should meet up with.
Gonzers.
Well, one of my friends, his name is Mink the Saddler cosplayer. No, Saddler cosplay. There's my friend Bree. Her name's Laughing Lotus cosplay. I have a friend named Fabi Carmichael. She's nice. She's awesome. All of them are awesome.
It's great to hear you have so much cosplayer friends. I also have a lot of non-cosplayer friends. I find myself even better with non-cosplayers. It's weird, but I think all cosplayers prefer to be with non-cosplayer people.
After this, I'll send you their Facebooks, and you can say, hey, what's up, because they're really nice people. They're really awesome, and
Garrett.
I'll send you their Facebook pages if that's okay with you.
Well, I have my own page. I'm on various social medias.
Right. I also wanted to tell you that I love your Yang glove, your Yang robot glove. It's so detailed and so nice.
Oh well, it was originally a glue, and then I glued on foam yellow foam parts, and that's the Yang come out.
It looks so nice.
Yeah, I love how it turned out.
So, how's Italy?
Well, can you repeat, please?
You are from Italy, right?
Yeah, I'm from Italy.
Like, how's that? Is it beautiful?
Well, yeah, I live in South Italy, and there's a pretty difference around northern Italy and southern Italy. I live in a town, a very little town. There's not so much, but it's close to other cities, and I'd say I plan to move around other parts, but for now I have to remain here for at least 3 years.
That's cool. I also wanted to say that do you like Hero Academia, because a lot of people are asking me to watch it.
Well, I didn't watch it, but I'm kind of interested in it. I played the game at the last week. Last week I was at a con, and I played the game. I played the game for PlayStation 4. I really liked it. I really appreciate it. It's a pretty cool game. There aren't a bunch of characters, but it's cool.
Awesome. Do you like? What's your favorite video game?
Well, I have a bunch. I'd say that the best game I played is Cartron. I really loved Cartron. It's a puzzle game. I don't know if you know that.
I haven't heard of Cartridge.
Cartron is a gorgeous game because it's a puzzle game and also has multiplayer finals. And you made to make choice to make a determinate ending happen. It's fantastic. I played it a lot of time, and the all the endings and all difficulties. At least the hard one is really tough.
That's awesome. So that's really awesome. I played a game through the summer though, a PlayStation game.
This summer I didn't play anything, but if you mean playing whatever playing,
PlayStation.
I'd say PlayStation. Oh, I didn't play anything this summer.
Oh.
Last summer, yeah, I played the Soldier Soul, Saint Seiya video game.
Well, I put.
And,
sorry.
And Sengoku Basara.
That's cool. So I played a game. I played this game called Final Fantasy IX, and it's so awesome and beautiful.
I have it on my PlayStation. I still hadn't played it yet, but I plan to do it. Final Fantasy are awesome.
So you're gonna love Vivi. He's one of the characters.
I actually love Final Fantasies, and I made 2 cosplay from the series. I guess I made the Yuffie 3 years ago, and Noctis 1 year ago.
That's so. Can I also wanted to ask you, do you have any advice to any cosplayers?
Any cosplayers?
Yeah.
I really love Reika, a cosplayer from Japan she's amazing, and cosplay a lot of male characters. There's also Mylanda-chan, who is a great cosplayer from cosplay stuff from Zelda and from Yu-Gi-Oh! These two are one of my favorite cosplayers.
That's so awesome. I also wanted to tell everybody that you should go follow her on DeviantArt if you have a DeviantArt page.
You're talking about which one page?
DeviantArt.
I'm confused.
Ah, man, this is awesome. I just wanted to say thank you for being a guest on my show, and I appreciate this a lot.
Thank you for this opportunity.
You're so awesome.
Thank you very much. It's been nice to talk to you.
Thank you. If you need anybody to talk to, I'm available all the time, a lot. Sorry, I had to say that.
Thank you very much.
That was weird. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Well, everybody, this is Krueger with Dot signing out. Want to say goodbye to our audience?
Well, thank you for watching this, and see ya later.